Hey GM guys,
Hey, hi bro, how are you?
yeah I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Hey Vams, what's up, bro?
Yeah I'm good. How are you?
Great, bro. So how's going? How's life
Yeah, it's going well.
going? Well, it should go great, more than well.
Hi Swaraj.
Hey,
Hey,
hi
sir.
everyone. Hopefully you all doing really good. The topic is really brilliant,
Yeah,
and I hope like there are a lot of things are currently happening around these things like funding AI and Web3 innovations.
yeah. We hope we can share some of them with our community, and they can also get benefit from that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in the meantime, guys, everyone else joins in. Like, any one of you got a chance to look at like new CLI tool launched by Google. It's like similar to
Yeah,
Codex.
Gemini
Like,
CL. Yes, yes. I did go
yeah.
through it. Yeah, it's cool.
Have you tried it?
I didn't try it yet. I will try. I will try it maybe this weekend. But yeah, it's
Hmm.
I saw the I saw the just their tool.
Like the reason I'm asking this question is because now we are looking at two kind of solutions for code agents. One is like full-fledged IDE, which is in itself a AI agent kind of product, like you can say cursor, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like entire AI agent IDE, and these second tools which are like you can add in your non-agentic terminal, like for example VS Code, and you are adding them into terminal, and you are just using your terminal as your agent. So what do you think? Like, and Google is doing it. Like recently, Google does that. But before that, ChatGPT or like OpenAI already did that, or
Mm-hmm.
actually they started it. Then Claude AI also has its own tool
Yeah.
with similar like work. So where do you see, like, where is development environment going? Like in Cursor kind of product, or in like VS Codex, like VS Code plus these kind of agents?
So I believe so it's two types basically. Those who haven't never coded, right? Basically people who are coming from marketing and like other basically like other industries, like other types of jobs, right? Who never coded before, but now they are getting a chance to code. Like yeah, no code tools were there before as well, but they weren't this user friendly, right? Like this. I mean, they had a lot of restrictions, and I mean they had their own limitations, right? No code platforms had a lot of limitations. So saying this because I worked at a no code platform which was centered for like payment solutions. We were building we had account abstraction in that. I mean, it's like if you know about the Fold app, like developed by Devfolio. So they have this account set up this thing account abstraction, something like they can fetch your bank details and all. Like if you agree to it, they can fetch your financial transactions from your bank account. So that's one of the thing, right? So we were building a stack on it, like uh, let's say there are 1,000 users. You have 1,000 users, on your app, right? So if you want to send a form to them, or send a campaign, run a campaign basically for people who have specific demographics, right? Let's say there are like some 200 people. Now if you now to show like dynamic UI to set of people, let's say like to 50 people you want to show some UI, and to 300 people you want to show some UI. So these are like cohorts of people. So for them, we were building this thing dynamic UI, and that was a no code platform back then, like 1 year back, right? So no code platforms were in that way, basically drag and drop, and it's like blocks, right? But now with AI, we can they can just it's mostly prompt to code generation, right? So now they're able to generate code with just prompts, and like mostly landing pages are being good, more than enough actually. If they want to build their portfolio website, or their if they want to showcase their designs or anything, for agencies and stuff, I think if they spend like 2 3 days, they'll get a good website. Like I'm pretty sure anyone can make a website now at this point. Be it any tool, V0, Bolt, Lovable, all are good. You can easily make a website, right? Landing page at least. So yeah, if we are talking about full stack apps and all, yeah, that might take time, and also you might get stuck at some point as well, because depending upon your like need and stuff, AI will stuck at a point, right? So at that time, you might need a developer to step in. So yeah, if you are a developer, right, the second part, you can leveraging these AI tools will be a very great addition to your workflow, right? You can make your workflow more productive. I believe, like I have been, I mean, I'm very, I believe in using the new, getting myself, adapted to the new stuff, right? So I mean, I have seen people who stick with this, normal IDE works. Like even my friends who still very retentive in using the new stuff, AI stuff. Like they're worried about like AI agents are like, removing all the code files and like making very disruptive changes in their code base. So yeah, I know like people are very other than they, but they are using ChatGPT for sure. They use ChatGPT, but normal something like ChatGPT, Cloud, like this they will use this, but they're not much friendly with using IDE based AI IDEs, like cursor, Windsurf and stuff. So I think yeah, people will slowly adapt to that as. And yeah, now the CLI AI as well. That's also like very good. I have got to know, like I've observed that Cloud CLI is better than Cursor, to be honest. Like Cloud model is working better, maybe because they have optimized the model to work better with their CLI. I'm think that's the reason. So yeah, if you want to use, if you want to use the Cloud model to its utmost level, you can try the CLI version, I guess. And it's also like I think more than the UI, right? If you are friendly with the CLI, I think uh, I have to try the CLI as well. I'm going to try the Gemini CLI, maybe tonight or tomorrow for sure. So I'll share my experience as well for sure. So yeah, I mean, I would like to know your experience as well, like what you guys are using and how you guys are building your AI or normal Web3 projects as well. Like what tools do you use in your workflow, either Bolt, V0, whatever. Like how do you like usually build a application now? At this point, like it's you know if you're starting from scratch, building something from scratch, it's actually like time consuming, right? So earlier we had like boilerplates as well. Like before AI, we had this Stack Overflow. We had Git boilerplates for starting your project. But now we have AI, so AI is just reading your boilerplate, and it will give a basic structure of the application that you're building, right? So you can go forward from that, right? So yeah, I would like to hear your thought as well.
Yeah, like mine.
Yeah, anyone can say
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, like in like one of our previous town hall, as I said, like uh, code, like code generating or like code AI agents are going to be the, like if we have like top three domains in which AI agent are going to be really crucial, I guess in top three AI, like code generating AI agents and code writing AI agents will be like top, and that's why I guess like every company is now focusing into it. You said really right, like Claude code is far better, and in my opinion, the reason is like Claude as a company is now really focused on the entire uh, like programming and builder aspect of it. So they are pitching themselves as like AI model for builders, and that's why like you can see they were the first ones who came up with this artifact thing. Now they are like making artifacts even better. So yeah, that's why I think like Claude is clear winner there, at least till this point. Like their Sonnet 3.5 and Sonnet 3.7 models are really good at coding. And yeah, in like I 100% still think that like 70% code aspect will be done by AI, and the 30% aspect, which is like debugging, uh, basically finding out vulnerabilities, attack vectors, and other important aspects like architecture and all those things, those will be done by human for at least for foreseeable future. At least if you are going to do like serious business, if you are just building fun project, 100% code could be written by AI. But if you want to create product that can generate revenue, 70-30 will be the rule, that 70% code will be generated by AI, but that 30% part is more crucial, where AI like intervention will be required. And yeah, that is the all game changer stuff. So, yeah, really good like basically thesis by a lot of people. Uh, and yeah, let's like will be really interested to know like any one of you guys is following any of these AI thought leaders, and have you got something interesting from those? Like for example, Andres Karpathy is really good person to follow. Like he was the one who coined the term vibe coding. So yeah, today he coined the term, or you can say today I got to know about this term called as context engineering, and how context engineering is far important than prompt engineering. So I will share that as well here. But yeah, let's move forward, I guess, Vamsi.
Yeah, sure. Actually, didn't go haven't gone through the context architecture yet, but yeah, I think that's something new. So usually, how I manage context is that so it started with the RAG model, right? So because for LLMs, context is the king, I can say, like because they have an outdated, they don't have access to the internet, right? So other than now we are getting the tools to connect the LLMs with the internet, but still connecting with the right context is like the best thing that you can do. Like you can't copy pasting the content. Let's say if you're building something using Stripe, right? Let's say you're integrating Stripe payment gateway into your website or your platform, whatever. So that will take. If you want to do it manually, you can go through the docs and you can do it. But now they have it. If you have noticed, right, all these docs, all this major platform, they have that option to copy as a markdown format, and they also have a llm.txt, llm.txt are markdown files, which you can basically pass on, which you can like basically like copy paste into your LLM, or be it like cursor or anything, and you can just ask them to analyze the stocks, and with these our goal, we need to integrate Stripe payment gateway. It actually does well, right? If you can provide the right context to it, it actually does well. So that's the thing. So it's all about the context. So yeah, that's about context. Let me go to this tweet as well. But now that LLM models are, that context limit is increasing now. Now we have models with like 1 million tokens as well, like Gemini 2.5 Pro. So like people have argued that we don't need RAG model now, because we can just include everything in the system prompt itself. We can directly pass on to it. But I don't completely agree to that. If you are, talks are huge, and if you have a like large chunk of data, I still believe RAG is good enough. It's a good idea over normal system prompts. But yeah, obviously you have to provide system prompts as well. But yeah, instead of feeding all the docs to your LLM model every time, it's better to pass over RAG. So that's the thing. Yeah, I'm going through this context engineering or prompt engineering. Okay, people associate prompts with short task descriptions. You give an LLM in your day use when in every industrial strength LLM have context engineering is the delicate art and science of filling the context window. Okay, so it's basically talking about how context is more important and stuff. I think you can. I suggest going through this tweet as well when you can. Yeah, RAG is far better than context window. Yeah, yes. Yeah, 1 million context window is gimmick. Yeah, like I believe that. Yeah, I have seen models. In Cursor you have this normal mode. It's actually 125K context window, but in the max mode you get 1 million context window. But yeah, I think it's just like over the time when the context size increases, right? Context window size increases, it will lose the relevancy, I guess. Yeah, expandable RAM up to 16. Yeah, that analogy is actually correct, I guess. Just give me 2 minutes, guys. So yeah, sorry guys for the trouble, but yeah. So I was talking about the AI models, right? Like let's start with the our topic as well today. So like uh, we all know like many people build stuff, but they don't actually get the right support for continuing them, right? Like many people will be working full time, right? But on site they'll be building something of their own, right? So pursuing their own idea and thing requires some resources, right? To pursue their idea full time. If they can get some grants and funds from the anyone funds from like VCs or something, they can continue their project and hire, maybe even hire people as well, right? So yeah, like if so keeping the funding part aside, like at least if they can get some grants from the let's say any chain like Avalanche, Solana, Super Team, grants, anything of such, it will be very great help. So today we'll just discuss some of the grants that are currently active, right? So yeah, you can also share the project. You can also talk about the projects that you are currently building, and if you come across any grant programs that you have came across recently, that also will be great. So yeah, let's keep the tone like engaging, right? So yeah, we'll start from the OG grant program that we have, like Super Team grant program. I think most of you guys know about it, but anyway, let me share the link again. So yeah, I have dropped the link. So usually on Super Team, man, you can find all the. So it's like there are grants from Solana, but other than that, there are projects which provide grants as well. Like not just Solana, there are other companies which list maybe mostly from the Solana ecosystem, which list their own bounties and stuff. So we can do their bounties as well. But yeah, as our main topic is grants, yeah, you do get grants from that. So currently, I'm seeing there is Jupiter DAO grants, there is Solana Foundation, X Internet, Insta grant up to like 10K. Let me share my screen as well. Yeah, so as you can see, Jupiter DAO grant, Solana Foundation, X Internet grant. I'm not sure like if you guys know about Internet, but it's actually started by Nandan Nilekani, the man who is behind Aadhaar and UPI. It's actually a good project from India. They're actually using Solana right now. They're basically tokenizing every sort of asset. So I suggest going through internet as well. If you like, I strongly advise, if you got time this weekend, you can go through the internet and you can try building something, and you can apply for the grant as well here, right? So yeah, I think Jupiter has done a hackathon recently, I guess, in Hyderabad. If any of you have participated in that hackathon, you can share your experience and what you have built on it. Yeah, yeah, Vishnu. Yeah, you can
Mm.
talk. Yeah,
Hi, Vamsi. Hi, everyone. Recently, I have attended the Jupyter hackathon. It's really cool, actually. The environment and the ecosystem which they organize the event in the venue is like really awesome. It's like hackathon vibes. And moreover, now I'm coming to the grants program. Uh, uh, have anyone heard about the Coin Network?
yeah, I did heard about Coin Network.
Yeah, yeah. Even those people are giving grants to the projects which was built on top of them. And moreover, in on Questbook, we can see more related actually.
Yeah, Cosbook is actually a great platform other than Super Team as well. Let me share that as well. So on Costbook, basically not just for developers, you basically find all sort of grants, community grants, and marketing, each and everything you can find there.
Yeah, exactly.
I would like to add something, Vamsi, to this. I mean, for all the people who are new over here, by the way, I'm Presu and I have been a member at Super Team. So, giving a little bit more information about how Super Team works. So, Super Team is this particular platform, you can say, or a group of people who are coming together to work around from various background. So you can be in tech, you can be a non-tech guy, you can do as simple as like writing threads, doing a post, to building a product, shipping an MVP, or getting grants for micro grants, or even getting it fully funded from Solar. So Super Team is like working as a cheat code for all sort of extents. And in case like you are someone who is probably getting started, there are like a lot of entry level grants also which you can go and check it out. Or in case you are building something, you have an idea, you want to you want to continue building it, Super Team is there. Obviously we are also there. We have been also incubating, working with multiple number of projects to get them from just an idea to getting it shipped and to getting it launched. So yes, like that's something which I'd like to suggest everyone out there, like go through these things, the links which Vamsi is sharing. And even with deep funding, we're coming up with like multiple grants up to like 100K of dollars will be live in the coming months. And that's something which probably you will be also looking forward to take part in it, because that's something which we are able to bring to India in itself. And yes, Vamsi, I think that's something which I just wanted to add on. Please
Yeah,
carry on.
thank you, Brash, for sharing the details. Yeah, so talking about defunding, we do defunding do provide a lot of grants and stuff. So it's basically like similar to Super Team. There will be RFPs. RFPs is just like request for proposal, right? So Singularity Net, mostly it's Singularity Net, but yeah. So let's say I'll show you the RFPs out there. So yeah, I think there is no active RFP right now, but yeah. So yes, let's say these were the RFPs earlier. So there will be RFPs like this, right? These are proper startup level things actually. So they are mostly posted here, and you can just go through them and apply if it's like of your knowledge. I mean, at least you have an idea of it. You can maybe get hire people, and you can start building on this, and you can just like need to make a proposal here first, and you can just once your proposal is accepted, you can start building it. And the best thing is the it's some most of the time it's not just a there won't be a single person working on it. I mean, there won't be a single team working on it. There will be like multiple winners, right? There will be a like funding size, like they have a 350 USD funding for this particular RFP, right? But each team might get some 10 to anything anywhere between 10 to 200 as well, depending on like how what scale you operate, and how many members are in your team and stuff, right? So yeah, I suggest keeping an eye on deep funding. So we will also be sharing when the next round of RFPs go live on deep funding, right? We'll be sharing in our community. By the way, let me share the invite link to the community once again. If you haven't joined the community on OnChainAsia Hub, I just share the invite link once again. So yeah, I've shared in the in-call messages. Do join the group if you haven't yet. Yeah, Vishnu. Do you want to say something? Your hand is raised, Vishnu. You want to say something, Vishnu? You're muted, by the way.
I think it's by mistake. I think you should continue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So that's about defunding RFPs. So like, let me share on something more. Yeah, other than RFPs, they do have you can also propose your own idea as well. RFP ideation, if you go to RFP ideation. So there are like 141 RFP ideas. Like I can also submit an idea here. Let's log in. Okay. Yeah. So okay, I can submit an idea here. So if you're building anything, right, like let's say you're building a platform for providing decentralized GPUs and all, you can submit your idea here. So other than the RFPs are currently on the platform, you can submit your own idea, right? If the community likes it and they want to support you, they can provide the grants to you. Yeah, that's about defunding. Yeah, if anyone wants to share any other active grants any other grant program that they have come across recently, you can feel free to share about it. And yeah, if you're building anything right on AI, around AI or Web3 as well, you can feel free to share about that as well. Because like we are trying to keep the town hall more as engaged as possible. So most of the grant programs you can find them on Quest Books. Other than that, if you are active on Twitter, I'm pretty sure you can go through them.
Who probably want to know how exactly this milestones and approval of this whole DAOs and grants works. Probably just drop in and comment out there. And if you see that something is of more interesting, maybe like if we have time, Vamsi, probably we can take it up today, or else next call we can schedule that thing up.
Yeah, sure. I think we can discuss about the milestones as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so usually, to avoid, fraud and stuff, be it community grant programs or any, any chain programs as well, grant programs as well, they do have like milestone based granting. Like most of the grants now are like milestone based, because earlier they have faced stuff like, people getting grants and they are not working on it again, right? So even if you see on super team, you have to provide the proper milestone grant. Like when you are applying for any grant, right, they ask you for to provide a timeline for the milestones and timeline and milestones as well, like what milestone you can hit by this month, these 2 months and stuff. So you set the timeline and milestones. Later the team will discuss with you and they can come to same page, and you can start working on it if it's approved, right? So yeah, that's about the milestones, just to avoid the frauds, and to keep the people only the trusted, and only those who are serious about building, to encourage only them. I think milestone is a very good thing that we are following right now. Else it was giving people like millions of grants, and they are again like going completely ghosting the team and stuff. That's actually not good for the community, right? So the ones who need the grants, who are actually building and building, won't get the support, right?
I would like to probably add on a couple of things. I'd like to say about the things which can be taken as a good practice while setting up a milestone or setting up this thing while applying for a grant. First thing is that you need to be self-assess yourself, self-assess the team which you're going to work on with, and get an idea of like the number of people the number of people that's going to be involved, and how much time are you going to take on getting this work completed. So that's the very first idea, is to do a self-assessment, get an idea on yourself. And once you have that, you get an idea of, like, let's say it's going to take in 6 months of time period. But while the 6 months of time period, the number of people that's going to work, so basically the workforce which is required, and probably how much funding you're going to be requiring for this particular purpose. Now, when you have an idea that it's going to take 6 months of time period, and you have a roadmap of like how this 6 months can be divided into, let's say, 4 different milestones, and according to the 4 different milestones, realistically, how are you going to, prioritize your works? It can be, it can be on a product side, it can be on a community side, it can be on anything. So generalizing it, I'm just talking of that this 4 or 5 milestones, how the breakup of milestones which are keeping. The first thing which you have to do is like how much time you're going to put, and now the division of the milestones requires prioritization. So when you prioritize your this thing, which workflow has to be done very first. That's how like you divide the milestones. And once the milestone is divided, you divide your budget that's going to be required for that particular milestone. So let's say like they have a budget of total budget of $10,000, and that $10,000 you're requiring for working 6 months on this particular product. But then you have to give them a reason like why you need $10,000 and how it's going to be. Let's say the first milestone is all about you're just going to set up the team, you're going to start ideating your product, the UI UX is going to be ready of your product. So you have to realistically assume that it's going to cost you very less, and according to that you have to put the minimum required amount as the initial fund for the milestone one. But milestone one, probably milestone two can be probably be the step where you're going to take it to testnet. And that's where like you have to go on with like multiple things. You have to scale up your team, you have to onboard more developers in, you need more funds. And so milestone two can be a little higher budget. And milestone three, when it's going to go to mainnet, you need to check up with like auditing services, the security needs to be tight, and you have to spend money in marketing and everything else. So milestone three, accordingly, you can divide the budget for that. So these are different breakdowns of milestones usually work, where you prioritize what you need at a particular time, and according to the prioritization, you divide the milestones for your different budget requirements. I think this is something which I just wanted to add on. And yes, Vamsi, I think you can continue now.
Yeah, sure. Thanks for adding on. And it's actually like informative and elaborating the stuff. Thank you. And one more thing I would like to discuss is that if you want to, let's say, expand your team, right? Let's say many people start with their as a solo project, right? As a side project they started, and once they get a grant, yeah, you can. If it's a 10K, 5K grant, yeah, you can solo work on it as a solo person, right? Now you have several AI tools and stuff for automating several stuff, right? You can basically do it yourself, but at some point you do need others as well to join you. Maybe you need a co-founder, you need a marketing guy, or at least for a growth ecosystem. There are many other things, right? So what do you think, like what do you look for a co-founder, and how do you actually like assess a how do you assess a person when you want to hire him? Like what are the qualities that you look when you are hiring your co-founder or something? Like I would like to know these details from you, Prakash.
Yeah, Vamsi, yes. So thank you for asking the question. Probably just thinking back on this, I was just caught up with something else. But yeah, when you're talking of co-founder, the first thing which I'm going to look for is like, are we vibing up? Are the vibes match? Because I don't want our goals to be different. If I'm working for some particular goal, I need the person who is working together with me is aligning me, sharing the same vision, same mindset, and also the same hustle, ready to put the same efforts and same hustle. So yes, finding a co-founder isn't very, I would say like a very dicey thing. You never know when things go wrong. And also the same time, let's not romanticize this, or let's not stick up to some particular thing. Co-founders do change. So, start working with someone, you like the vibe, things gets moved. You see that, things are moving up, things are taking shape. It's good, continue with it. But in case you see that, probably the results are not being shown up. Probably you feel like you are doing your best, but your co-founder is just being carried out. So initially just have a talk, have a conversation that probably our efforts are not being similar, and when our efforts are not being similar, I don't feel comfortable seeing a longer or a wider vision with you. But if still things don't work or things don't change even after having a conversation, it's just similar to how a normal relationship is going to work. That's how same with co-founder it works.
Yeah, that's a good analogy, I guess.
Yeah, and then so if things works, it's good, or else just keep moving on, have a new co-founder with yourself.
Yeah, no hard feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea, I guess. Like, and what about like, so when you're starting, mostly we look for friends, right? We ask our friends to join with us, and most times, they would be busy with their own stuff as well, and we might be like they might be not able to commit with it, right? And we can't even say any to them. Yeah, so
See,
I think,
I would like to add on for your
yeah,
particular this
yeah,
thing.
sure.
So I think if that's the case, finding a co-founder is an early stage for you. If you're asking, like you're bringing in your friends or something. Yeah, starting something with a friend is a really great thing because you already know the first question. I had a vibe check that's already done. But a lot of times when the vision doesn't get smashed or like the long-term goal which you have, that's not being in the same page. That's where like the problem starts. But anyway, I don't think like initially don't like don't corporatize everything. There need not be shares at each and everything. Like let's first ship the product. My whole working structure has always been with the couple of folks I've worked with. It's let's first figure out a way we have the revenue in. Let the revenue start flowing in, and once the revenue starts flowing in, then let's start figuring out who gets how much, and then we it's fine that we divide everything equally, but it's not that we starting to fight before even we have made even a single rupee. So that's the whole point out there. So I don't really suggest people out there without starting anything, without building anything, start fighting for co-founders. I feel that's a little bit of immaturity out there. But once you yourself are doing good, you yourself are like good in your position to take things up, and the product is ready to get its first revenue in. That's where like you can start taking things seriously and have the equity divided or however you want to work with your co-founder.
I agree with you completely on this. Like, yeah, I have seen this like very common. Like, I've seen it happening to many people. Like, they decide about a lot of stuff in a very early stage itself. Like, the equity and how much money they will be getting instead of focusing on the main thing, that is shipping the product itself. And the main thing is to be like, provide some value to the product, the people that you will be using the product. Maybe it's a SaaS or something, whatever. Like, end of the day, it should provide value to the people, right? Like, either it should save the time of the person, or it should make the person earn money, right? End of the day, the value is all there for, right? So I think it was a great discussion about funding and DAO as well. I mean, the funding and milestone, and also the looking for a good co-founder. I think we can discuss more about the grants and any other project that you are currently working on. Anyone here, anyone in the meet right now, if you want to share about anything, like any initiative that you are currently doing, right? Be it a non-tech, a technical one, anything like you have started, because like starting something of your own, and the efforts that you put in, we all know that. So use this platform as a use this as a platform to share, to talk about your initiative, and maybe we can try your product, and we can give your feedback as well, right? Will be your initial user. So that's the main goal agenda of this town hall, right? So we want to help you guys get your initial users, and we want to give you feedback and stuff. So I would like to see your projects, right? So be it anything, be it tech or anything, if it's a normal community initiative or something, we would love to support it.
Hi.
Yeah, hi. Hi, Nagarajan.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi. Actually, it was a good explanation about the grants and stuff. It's really helpful for us. And actually, I'm building a AI-powered like a real estate platform integrated with blockchain as well. As of now, I was building it in ICP chain. It's like its name is link2owner.com, where we integrated voice AIs, which will help to schedule visit for a property, and also help negotiate with the seller buyer and help to close the deal very easily. As well as escrow platform in with, blockchain for token advance payments and all. So still it is in we are building MVP. Yeah, may know some TDM T2 market strategies for this and grants.
Yeah, sure. So you mentioned that you were building it on ICP, right?
Yeah, like as of now for escrow, we are
Uh-huh.
planning to create a virtual wallet in ICP. Once buyer and seller are like okay to close the deal, they can pause the token amount. We are like block the token amount in escrow. Then once the due diligence like legal check was done, title check, they can release the amount. This is what the concept we have done so far.
Yeah,
We
I
are
understood.
open to cross chain as well. Yeah.
Okay, understood, understood. Yeah, actually, Avalanche. So I'm part of Team One as well. So Avalanche Team One. So I can say that we are coming up with Team One grants as well, right? So
Mm-hmm.
next month we'll be probably having hackathons across India, in all the major
Okay.
cities. So
Okay.
where are you from, by the way?
By the way, based in Chennai, but I was resident in
Oh,
Bangalore
cool.
so far, like 4 years I was in
Oh,
Bangalore
cool.
only.
So are you in Chennai right now or Bangalore?
I was in Bangalore right now.
Okay, you are in Bangalore. Okay, yeah. Just to, I mean, this weekend we are doing a, I mean, even for Avalanche. So yeah, if you are around, you can do that as well. Yeah. We
Yeah,
can
yeah,
discuss
sure.
more about how we can support your project and stuff, because we have grand programs coming up next month.
Okay, cool. Yeah, nice. Then
Yeah, you can text me
like
on WhatsApp. Yeah,
okay, sure, sure, sure. I'll
yeah, to
text
share
you
your
now.
if you want to present your project now, you can feel free to share that as well. I think it's in a very early
Yeah,
stage, right? But yeah, if you
yeah,
want to share,
very
you
early
can.
state. Like
uh,
we have short, like mini, very short, like very limited. We MVP like recently we presented it in ICP Hacker
Mhm.
House
Mhm.
like few days before. So
Understood.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So it's all about I mean chain agnostic as well. Like it doesn't matter which chain you are currently on, but yeah, there are
Mm-hmm.
several grants, but yeah, mostly grants that you see are from the chain facing. They might ask you to be stick with the chain. Just to be clear, like they are giving the funds, right? So yeah, they expect you to stick with the chain for at least for some couple of months, or even a year or so. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, it's
Yes.
also important to look for mentorship as well from the. I mean, not just monetary benefits, right? You also
Yeah,
look
yeah.
for,
Even mentorship,
yeah.
G2 market strategies as well
Yes,
as
yes, yeah, exactly, exactly. So not just monetary benefits. We should look for GTM and also the tech support. Let's say you are working on ICP, right? So you might require a technical assistance in the Web3 part,
mm.
right? Like you
Yes,
might
yes.
not be much great in Web3 part, but you might be having someone working with you, but still you might be not be great at working ICP, right? So if there is someone from the team ICP team, if you are facing a major issue, you should be able to they should be able to support you and stuff, right? So yeah, that's also important, I guess. So yeah, I mean, most of the chains are also providing that. You should just look for that as well, like when you're getting a fund, right? So we should discuss on this point as well, like we should will be whether we should be will be getting a whether we'll be getting support for tech support and GTM for the go to market strategy and stuff. So because these are so important, and other than these things, one major thing I would suggest is that you look for community support as well. Let's say Solana's, Avalanche, all these are active communities, right? So you should look for that as well, because that will help you get your initial users and traction, right? They can be your first users. They can promote your project, right? From their on socials, they can promote your project, and it will help you get some initial users and stuff. So yeah, I would suggest looking for community as well, active community. So these are my thoughts, but yeah. So anyway, thank you, Nagarajan, for sharing about your idea.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
Sure. uh, yeah, you can talk, Parek, yeah, sorry.
Yes, so I actually recently came around a question that
there are a lot of the DAOs in the market, but what's the purpose? So I joined one of the DAOs. DAO name is Bharat DAO. Okay. So I want to share about something about DAOs and Bharat DAO. Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
So what Bharat DAO is doing currently in market, that there are lots of blockchain in the global level. Okay. But top 100 are there in India. The rest 900 or more than that are out of building in US, Europe, and other countries, silently building. They don't know how to expand their chain in India also. So what we are doing, we are letting them come in the Indian space market of developers. We let them give us developers ecosystem infra of India for blockchain, and they bring us the opportunities and all. So this this is currently we are targeting. Anyone want to say anything?
Hey, can you, I think your audio wasn't that audible. Can you just repeat your last sentence? I mean, last few lines.
Okay, so I was telling that there are multiple blockchains,
Okay.
around thousands of them who are out and global. Okay, but only top 100 are there in India. Okay, they are only
Okay.
top 100 are running in India. Other
Mhm.
blockchains who are building in US, Europe, and all this, they don't know how to expand their chains in India. What Bharat DAO is doing, the Bharat DAO is being a bridge for them to come in India and explore more innovations through developers and all. Yes.
Yeah, okay, understood. Yeah, I think that's a good initiative, I guess. So yeah, like I mean, just need to be clear with how are you going to help them and stuff. But yeah, I appreciate what Bharat Dav is doing. I saw their video, the launch video. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I think just I want to probably like clear up a bit of statement. So what happens in India moreover is that yes, I agree. Like lot of very popular communities have used the branding as DAO. I mean, it's completely fine calling yourself as a DAO as far as like you have a vision of like going forward, taking decentralized, but giving a little bit more idea of like how exactly the DAOs, like the DAO which is a DAO works is decentralized autonomous organization, which the name means, and that means that there's no central authority. So let's take example of Jupiter DAO. Okay, so let's take example of Jupiter DAO, which is an really in which is an DAO in itself, and let's say that's they are going to launch a token and the cap limit of it or what the token's name should be. Given guess like who's probably deciding all these things. If you think that the core member is deciding the name of the token, it's probably going to be very wrong because they come up with like a couple of options, give it to the community, and the community decides on multiple voting for this is going to be the name of the token. And the voting is not as simple as like a WhatsApp group's poll, but it's the DAO has its own token, and you have to earn its token by contributing to the DAO. And once you have the token, you either like you have to stake it out, and when you stake that particular token, you get voting powers. So the voting right you get on staking that DAO's token, and that's how like so basically the more you contribute, the more voting rights you have in that particular DAO. So this is how the power gets decentralized among the contributors, and that's exactly how the DAO works. And it's I just added up this thing mainly for those who are hearing the term DAO for very first time and have a confusion of like what is an DAO.
Yeah, I think it was important to clarify it. Yeah, like I have seen it many people, mistaking community and DAO. Like both are actually
No,
different.
I mean, I'm not saying that's a wrong thing to do. Probably as far as like the DAO is again a community, just it's decentralized.
Mm-hmm.
Calling yourself an DAO, that's completely fine as far as using it as an marketing distinct tactic. But just giving a difference of like what an actual DAO is and how the DAO usually works, and how usually the communities call themselves as DAO, but that's completely fine on themselves.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Anyone else who would like to share about their initiative or project? That will be great. Think we have like 10 more minutes. If anyone wants to talk about anything, we can give you the time.
So Vamsi, I would like to ask some question. So like nowadays you have seen that everywhere the hackathon has been overrated around India and like globally also. So there are like global hackathons happening, but anywhere in India no one is aware about that. And what they are aware about the national hackathons or like the Web2 hackathons nowadays.
Hmm.
So what is happening that the hackathon has been overrated in the public, that they will get the certificate, they will earn some incentives. So that is like the people are just competing for the earning money about that, and they are not on the building the projects and the like the build projects, but they are not capable of like they will be growing it in the scaling industry or incubating it to make it scale or growth. But they are like just hackathon project
Okay.
and they have been
Yeah.
done and they are shut down like that. So what's are your views on this?
Yeah, I mean, what you have mentioned right now is actually a serious problem, right? Many people, just I mean, it's not their problem as well. See, if you're a student and just getting into the ecosystem, right? You will try to do hackathon farming, right? You want to go to another like participate. You want to participate in multiple hackathons and figure out stuff. You will be mostly building stuff, like you will be mostly focusing on the grants, the projects, like the price tags, right? You will be building something and later you won't be actually continuing it, right? You'll be hopping on from one project to another and one hackathon to another. Like this is very common. I'm pretty sure like everyone in the industry and everyone like who started building, right, go through this phase, right? So I think it's a phase, right? But yeah, it's important to to clarify and to explain them that it is not the best way to do it, right? I believe that sticking to one ecosystem and keep building, like just start with one good project and getting a grant and keep building on it and stuff. Like you need to grow the community, your own community, and if you can, you build your product with the support of one ecosystem. I think you will get more benefits. I strongly believe in that. Like if you stay in one ecosystem, right, you will get proper mentorship. You get all the. It's not just about the monetary benefits, right? There are a lot other things, right? You'll get tech support. You will be getting GTM, lot other things. So even legal support. Some companies are providing legal support as well. So I think all these are very important. I mean, yeah, students are just getting started with hackathons, right? I know that many people just go to hackathons just for sake of certificates. This is very common in Web2 actually. I have seen it happening in my college as well. Like the only thing they care is certificates. Like in my when I was in my first year, we hosted one workshop. Actually, Prash was a guest speaker, and even he knows like how it went. So basically, like the only thing they care is like certificates. So yeah, I mean it's not wrong, I'm saying, but yeah, like it's just their idea. Like they assume that certificates are everything. Like it will help them get jobs and stuff. So I'm not saying like their intention is wrong, but it's just like not the correct way of doing it. Yeah, Jayesh.
Yeah. Hello, guys.
Yeah,
Am I
hi.
audible?
Yes.
Yeah. Hi. Actually, we are working on a startup named Zero Code, where we are building a platform where a user can come and build mobile application just by chatting with the bot and can get the application as a APK or iOS format. And for this thing, we haven't introduced any Web3 concept yet, but we will like to. So, yeah. So this was the point to introduce the zero code and get to know about Web3 integrations and all. Currently, we are giving some options to host the application over Web3 on-chain model, but we are not such clear about getting like working with some chain. So yeah, currently we are figuring out which ecosystem and chain will be better for us to host application made on the zero code. And yeah, before this I used to be like, let me introduce myself first. Actually, I am IIT Bombay graduate, and I used to attend many hackathons and like mainly AI hackathons, not much into Web3, but yeah, attended some hackathons by BNB and ICP recently for Web3 concept, but still not that much clear about the Web3 integration in our zero code platform. So we like to get your guys insights over this. Uh, I will be sharing my Twitter handle of Zero in the chat itself. You guys can connect with us on the Twitter and let us know about any type of integration, Web3 integration and AI enhancement we can do with our platform.
Yeah, sure. Thanks for sharing about your project, Adesh. I think it's pretty cool. Uh, yeah, so yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so I want to just know your inputs, and other than that, I have the main question is, as I am a part of PU community,
Which
and we got
community?
an opportunity, PU.
Okay.
Yeah. So recently we got in the contacts with many communities and many ecosystems, and we are also trying to host a hackathon at
Mhm.
our city. But the thing is, I am not able to propose that same idea. I don't want to propose the same idea that others have been provided as a hacker house or a hackathon. I want to promote or propose them a better way how they can communicate with the real developers, how they can better impactful event they can host here, and the hackathon. And out of that projects, how many projects have been incubated afterwards? So what propose should I do to them? How should I initiatives or strategy should I follow up? So I want to know your views on that.
Yeah, sure. I think that's a valid question. I mean, your thoughts are, I mean, like what you are thinking is actually good. Like you're trying to, actually do a better hackathon, right? Like, I get it. So, so instead of hackathon, you can actually do a hacker house, right? So 4 days of 5-day hacker house. Instead of focusing on projects, you can pitch like we'll be focusing on products, right? Products in the sense instead of in 48 hours hackathon in 30 hours 30 hours you won't be able to build much. So if it's a 4-day hacker or 4-day thing, right, you will be giving more time to build, right? So it's also important to get initial users and stuff. I think, yeah, Prashu can is a better person to answer this. Yeah, Prashu.
Oh yeah, thanks, Vamsi. And I mean, just giving a little idea of the whole market of hackathons and how India is seen as an region among the global regions. It's going to be a bitter truth out there. Maybe a couple of people won't agree on with me on the same point, but India is usually seen as a place to farm numbers. So whenever an global company wants to enter India for some sort of like activations, it can be various types of activations. But whenever someone tries to get inside India, that whole KPI is all about the number of developers they can get in, the number of projects they can get in. They don't much care about like how many of the projects are going to be active after that, but they just need it to be shown out there, and that somehow have stagnated the whole hackathon culture in India, because at this point, both the client and the like basically the provider and the supplier, the consumer, they all are happy at this point, because what they need they get that, and what the participants need, they also get that. So some good price pull and they go back with that. But then slowly coming to this thing, I have been doing myself a couple of hacker houses almost yearly, more than 2 to 3 we have been pulling off. So one thing which we noticed and which we pitched to the team was this, like, the loyalty of developers is something comes in question. None of the developers out here, see, because there's a difference between being a developer and being a builder. Builder is someone who can be a tech or a non-tech guy, but who wants to build a product and who's looking for he's coming to the hackathon and building on the chain with a hope of like continuing further. But in particular developer or particular, participant, normal participant who comes into the hackathon, he comes in to win, some prizes out there, and then after winning the prizes, just skips and goes. So I think I can say one particular statement here: people putting 30x hackathon in their bio is something not to be really very proud of. And because if you have won literally 30 hackathons and you still don't have a single product on your portfolio, that means you're not going on the right direction. You have been farming. You can be a good developer. You can get hired at good place. Yes, if your whole target is to be a good developer, get hired in a company, then yeah, this is some part which you can follow. Go on win hackathons. You have your side source of income, and apart from having a side source of income, you're also improving your skills, and you're also being visible to good companies. Get hired. But if your path is to be a founder, to be a product owner, then being proud of like winning 30 hackathons and not having a single product which has been shipped to public or public is using it, it can fail up. We're not talking of failing, but we're talking of like how many products you have tried to ship it out. That's what we are talking. And so I think this is something which I would say about the whole culture of hackathon and how hackathons have been different from the past of like doing hackathons just for a number purpose and doing right now with a whole idea of like how many products can be shipped, made live, and get their first 100 users into the product.
Yeah, I think that sums up very good. I think that answers Saurabh question as well. Is that clear, Saurabh, or you want to clarify something
Just
else?
yeah, one more add-on. So like I wanted to know like what different strategies should we appear in now? Like as you have seen that I just stated that the hackathons and hacker house are like overrated, and like the problem is key when we are like proposing all the elements and all the things, they like okay, this is good and this is final and we can do it. But the thing is, at my own, as I have seen that hacker house and hackathons are like impacting the things in the market, but not in the developer phase. Like who are the winners? They will be cherished. But the like who are not the winners, they are not like they are getting the mentorship, guidance, or like that. So I want to go in that strategy that everyone gets some perks out of it. So what should we do for that thing?
The thing which you're exactly asking for, and our particular topic of this whole meet about grants and DAOs, that goes to answer. So as you said, like in a hackathon, there is just one winner who gets selected and then who is cherished, but the others whom there might be good developers, but maybe he's not in a good team. So that's the particular reason why grants have come up. Grants are like well, like there are multiple grants, multiple people can try out, and you don't even have to try it out with someone else. If you yourself are skilled, do it, build it solo, apply for the grant, get selected, get prizes, complete milestones, and this is somehow like you can prove that your skills were worth of it. Just probably due to some external factor, you are not selected in a hackathon as a winner.
Okay, understand.
I would really suggest like probably go on and check out a couple of grants which are open at this point, because grants are something which are permissionless. You don't need permission from an hackathon organizer that can I come and participate here. Grants are open. You have to go. It's all about you yourself, that are you taking that initial step of like going and applying in it. So, and once you have already cleared of how exactly the grants, the milestones, and everything works. So if hackathon is not your thing, if you feel the hackathon system is broken, grants is something which is there. But yes, many people don't apply for grants considering that here, as there is no external factor which is pushing you, or there's no deadline, exact deadline to keep on reminding 24 hours are done, you have to build it up. So that's where like people miss it out. So grants is probably for someone who is disciplined enough with himself to keep himself in the line of getting things sorted. But yes, they both are good in their own places. I would still say like hackathons, hacker houses have been doing a really great add on to this whole ecosystem in itself, and grants on that place are doing their own add-ons to this ecosystem.
Yeah, understood.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I hope, Swarab, I think that clears up your question, or you want to, you need some other, guidance or help.
Yeah, just a single insight I wanted to know that what different things can we start in this ecosystem rather than just the hackathons and the previous traditional methods. Like what modern techniques we can do, like to amplify the best output of that developer. Like
Yeah,
not only the grants, but at the moment of that hackathon or like just after that hackathon.
yeah. Prayashu, you want to take this?
I think this is a more deeper topic of like discussing where I want to exactly understand where Saurav's pain point lies, which he wants to fix, and then we go into this. I don't think like let's pull this thing in this particular meeting right now. Probably, just I think it's the right moment. Like just share the WhatsApp group. Let's go active in the WhatsApp group and have the discussion over there. We can
Yeah,
keep this
let me
topic
share
safe over there.
the. So yeah, this is the link. This is the OnChainAsia WhatsApp group. Yeah, you can join us and feel free to drop your questions and all your queries. We'll go through them and clarify that. Yeah, so I can see some other rising hands. Just a minute. So I think Shivam and Alusami want to go next.
Yes, thanks, Vamsi.
Yeah, hi.
My name is Ayolu Swami. I'm from Chennai. Um, uh, and I like Prayasu's view or point of difference between founder and the developer. And next is now I'm developing a part of a particular network's hackathon. I'm developing metaverse project called MetaCity, where where users can play games and set up their shops or showrooms and set up their customer support centers, etc. Whatever can be, you can do it in real shopping mall. Whatever can be done in shopping mall, you can do it in metaverse. Connect your create your avatars and connect with your RAG system, and your avatars will do customer support services and so on. If you have 1 minute time, I have a small video I can play. If you have time, Vamsi.
Yeah, sure. Please go on.
1 second. Is that my video? You're able to see the video and listen the audio?
Yes, yes.
Metacity, a decentralized virtual city for gaming, shopping, and business functions.
I don't think the video is playing, right? Or is it for me
Uh,
alone?
I think he didn't start. I think you are not sharing your entire presentation, entire screen.
Yeah, 1 second. Now you're able to see my screen.
Yes.
Metacity, a decentralized virtual city for gaming, shopping, and business functions. Metacity is built as a 3D virtual world for you to play games, set up showrooms, and business offices. You can mint your avatar as NFT and enjoy participating in different activities in this virtual world. No code, game creation tool for game creators. Game zone for players to play and earn. Event organizers can buy or hire floor spaces and conduct events like exhibitions, meetings, and watch parties. We also have floor space for businesses to set up their shops, showrooms, and customer support centers, and deploy their AI agents to support their business function. There are many such use cases. Metacity is completely decentralized. All the assets and transactions are stored in blockchain networks and managed by autonomous organizations.
So I welcome your feedback or any suggestions, Vamsi and Priyasu and other members.
Yeah, I can. It's actually pretty cool. I would like to know your vision for this actually, because it can be taken. There are many existing players currently, but still, like, I would like to know your vision. I have seen the video and it's pretty cool. If you can walk me through your roadmap or something, I can provide some sessions.
Sorry, I was in mute. Sorry, the vision or roadmap is to develop this as a full metaverse or meta world, but also there is couple of uh, couple of resources I need. Like not it is taking time and need manpower, more manpower. So I'm waiting for grants to take it forward, Vamsi.
Yeah, makes sense. I think, yeah, this does require a lot of efforts, right? Especially a lot of developers to build it.
Correct.
You need a lot of engineers. So yeah.
Time and manpower is required to
Mhm.
complete this.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, as I mentioned earlier, there are several grant programs active. I would like to connect with you as well, like to support your project. Please feel to DM me as well. I will connect you with some of the grants and some of the projects and some of the ecosystem that I'm currently part, and I can help you. I'll see how I can help you, and I'll connect you with the team that you can pitch them and raise some grants and funding from there.
Sure, Vamsi. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, someone was asking. I think someone was asking to share the group link again. I have shared the link. So basically, when you go to join the announcement channel, you can if you go to community, you can find an option to view groups. You can find a general group there. So just join it, right? I hope you are able to join. If not, let me know. I will look into it.
Yeah, I'm already joined right now.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay. Actually, I joined this meeting right now only. I did not understanding what the hope of the meeting. Can you give me a short point?
Sure. So we are basically discussing about grant programs that we currently have in Web3, and how DAOs operate, how you can draft a proposal for a grant, right? Milestones, how milestones work, timeline, giving a proper proposal, right, for applying when you are applying for a grant. And also we were discussing about how you can organize a proper hackathon or hacker house. So yeah, so that was the intro, like that was a brief about it. But yeah, we'll be sharing a meeting recording. We are recording the meeting, so we'll share the recording. We'll share the fathom recording link with you, and also you can find the summary over there as well.
Okay. Can I know any opportunity to involve with development team like a pure AI, and can I get an opportunity to develop any new ideas work with along with you? Or like it's commonly for a hackathon and general guiding or funding and a Web3.
Sure, you can DM me your your portfolio and the project that you have worked on. We'll surely look into it. Like we can see how we can go forward, and you can also feel free to share your portfolio in the general group as well. So the others can also give feedback, and they can also partner up with you. Like that's the whole point of the community and town doing this town hall, right? You meet new people, and you start a new project with them. You might find your next co-founder here. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Ibrahim, you want to, yeah, you can talk now.
Hello, sir. I just came at the end. The graphics is not like something very old game.
Oh, you're talking about the Ayluswamy the demo that he has shared.
Yeah. I
Okay.
came late, don't mind, but the graphics is not like basic, or
Oh
it's
yeah,
just a sample.
I think it's
Yeah,
just a
this is a,
starting
yeah,
project, very early
yeah.
project, I guess.
This is MVP. Just we are starting. Probably we
Okay,
will have next version to come up with no, much better UI
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
graphics.
It's very good. Open world. Thank
Yeah,
you,
I
sir.
think he's planning to incorporate games as well in it, like some open world games, and I think some prompt to games as well. I think that would be pretty cool. But yeah, it's a very it's in a very early stage. So yeah, he was asking for again resources for building it and stuff. So anyone who would like to contribute to that project, you can text him and talk with him, and you can contribute to that project, I guess. Yeah, I think that's all. You want to share anything else, Ibrahim?
No, sir. It's very good. The game is very good. Only the UI is like a perfect. As a sample, it's good.
Oh yeah, that's yeah. Yeah, Alisam, I think you got your feedback. I guess feel free to share the video again once again in the general chat, so others can also view it and share the feedback. I think you're on mute, Alisam.
Yeah, sure, Vamsi. So anyway, this is the first cut. I mean, initial phase we are in. Definitely, we will share the next version of videos.
Sure, yeah. So, yeah, so far the town hall has been going really well, guys. I'm really feeling grateful that you all guys have joined and shared your thoughts. We have gone through a good discussion this time, so I'm really thankful for all of you for joining the meet today. So yeah, if you have if you want, we can do it for 10 more minutes, I guess. So yeah, if anyone else wants to share anything or uh,
Hello.
yes, hi.
Hi, Vamsi. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing, Tripon?
Good, good, man. Good. So basically, I'm building a product which is Scrappy, and Scrappy is the platform wherein user or customer can sell their scrap to the nearest local vendor. So I would like to show the demo of that particular thing.
Sure, yeah.
I
Sure, you can share your screen.
don't mind. I'm on phone.
Yeah, no issues.
So this Scrappy, where the user is organized. Let's select this one. User's wallet address. He has placed the order, the recent order. I can see that. And now you are going to vendors account. Vendor can take order. You can see the latest order that has placed. The vendor is connected volume and the vendor can release the payment from here. Basically, you are selling scrap and in exchange of it, you are earning crypto. So basically, when he comes at your place, he will give me scrap and he'll confirm the payment. And that was
Oh yeah, that looks cool. Yeah. So do you need any? So what's the roadmap like? What stage it is currently at?
I am still refining the MVP.
Okay.
As soon as I'm done with that, I definitely thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. By the way, share your demo once again in the group channel, right? A
Sure, sure.
general chat. So so everyone can see it and share the feedback.
You know about permissionless, right? So, get this thing from there only, and so basically it loads like that. It was open source text, so I'm also happy. And it's always from that. So that's the thing.
customer request, so it is switched from builder. Actually, not builder and the processing completion feedback. Still, I mean, the UI does not look good, so we'll be working on that and with that, we'll
That's good. So yeah, like do share the video, and yeah, if you need any help or guidance with the project, you can DM me. I'll would love to help you with you that because I like the idea. All right, like if anyone else wants to share anything else, you can anytime like share it in the general group chat of our OnChainAsia community. Anyway, like I think we have like 4 more minutes, right? So if anyone else wants to share anything else quickly, you can do. Else, you can feel free to share it in the general chat as well. So yeah, let me share the group link once more at last. So yeah, this is the community hub link. Feel free to join and let me know. Do share your thoughts and what else you are building. You might actually find your next co-founder. People contributing to your project. So yeah, thanks to everyone who has joined today's call. It has been one of our great calls so far. Looking forward to you all joining the next one as well. Well, thank you guys. Thank you everyone for joining once again. Bye guys. Take care. Have a great week. I guess. Going. Yeah. Bye guys.
Thanks for the initiative.